Right guys, here's clutch number 11, and after I'm done showing you guys this clutch, we're actually going to take a look at all the previous clutches. Everybody shed out, everybody looks really good. Want to give you guys an update on the whole gang. Especially because, you know, as I keep saying in these recent videos, CRBE is coming up. The biggest reptile expo in Canada will be there September 10th and 11th. So come by Safari Reptiles booth, say hello to me and Joseph, and come look at these awesome animals that we'll have available for sale. We're going to have a bunch of stuff, ball pythons, different arboreal geckos like chihuahuas, gargoyles, cresteds. We'll have leopards. We'll have different colubrids, hopefully some rhino ratsnakes from the last video, and just a bunch of ball pythons. Alright, so clutch number 11. We smashed the odds on this clutch, which is nice because you guys will see here in a second, or after this clip, the Mojave clutch that we had, which was I think clutch number 7, terrible odds. We tried to hit on more crystals and we got a bunch of Mojaves and one special. So, but this clutch was actually a black pastel butter orange ghost male bred to a het ghost female. So the mom looks just like a normal, but she's a het ghost. So let's take a look at what we got here. Get my shadow out of the way. Right here is a black pastel that'll be 100% het for orange ghost because the father was the visual ghost. So if anything is not ghost in this clutch, it will be 100% het for ghost. So black pastel right here. This right here is kind of the reason why you don't really see me cut eggs on video too much, guys. I sometimes have bad luck and I hit veins of the eggs. So that's what this blood is right here. The snake obviously is not harmed. There's no cut on him. It's just sometimes when you cut the eggs, you are going to get some blood. And you get all the goop all over your fingers. So it's kind of hard to film cutting the eggs. 4 of these guys pipped, by the way, before I actually decide to cut the clutch. So right here, we have a regular orange ghost. This is the only non-black pastel baby in the clutch, which is really good because, you know, if the odds were, you know, standard, what they're supposed to be, about 50% of these babies should have been black pastel. But got really lucky and we hit on 5 black pastel animals. So this is the only one that's not a black pastel. And then over here, this is actually a first for us, guys, believe it or not. This is a black pastel butter. 100% heifer orange ghost, but not a visual ghost. So we produce a ton of, well, a ton. At this point, I think we produced about 6 or 7 black butter orange ghosts, but we never produced the regular black butter. So this is actually a first for us here. That one is 100% heifer ghost, so it will be able to make ghost babies. And then over here, this is where the odds were really in our favor. The darker orange one here, the darker, more orange one here. This is a black pastel orange ghost. These are always super popular. This is probably one of our best sellers, to be honest with you. Our black pastel orange ghosts always always sell out really fast. And the reason being is you could see, especially as babies, they just have a ton of contrast. A really nice dark purple color with that bright orange. And then, as I was just telling you, we had produced a bunch of black butter orange ghosts in the past. So if we have had 6 or 7 before, this would be 8 and 9. Or 7 and 8, I guess. I would have to look back at our records. But these are number 2 and 3 of the 2016 breeding season. Our best feeder, which is actually the first animal you're going to see here in a second out of the 2016 babies, is the black butter ghost female from the very first clutch of the year. So hopefully we got 2 more girls here. And you can see they're ultra pretty when they're first born. They have like really nice, kind of a pinkish purple look to them. A really nice blue over the eyes as well. So that's one of them. This one here has more of that pink coloring to it. But you can see just a really nice animal. So that's the 11th clutch of the season, and now let's take a look at clutches 1 through 10 of the 2016 season. Most of these guys have fed already on frozen thawed, and if you guys are interested in any of the animals you're about to see, and you'll be attending the Toronto Expo, or Toronto, say Toronto, I think it's Mississauga, but anyways, if you're attending the CRBE, let us know if any of the next few animals interest you, and we'll make sure we bring them. What the hell? Another clutch? I thought we were going to see previous 2016 babies. Nope. Lied to you guys, but I have a good reason. The last clip you just saw was shot about a week ago, and within that time frame, we had 2 clutches hatch, and they're pretty cool. Ball pythons, as you see right here. But the other clutch is not ball pythons, and they're pretty interesting, so we're going to look at them at the end of this video as well. And as for the update on all the 2016 animals, that I will post probably a little bit closer to the CRBE, so probably in a week or 2. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to post a bunch of stuff that we'll be bringing to the CRBE, just in case I have any Canadians that are watching my videos that are going to be going to the expo. You guys could get a sneak peek at what we'll be bringing. So this way, if you see anything you like, you have the chance to leave a deposit with us, or even if you want just to hold it for a couple hours, like so that you don't have to get to the expo super early to get the animal you want. We could look into helping you out in that way. So this clutch right here was a pastel genetic stripe male bred to a yellow belly genetic stripe female. Now obviously what we're looking to hit here is the 3 gene animal, which will be the pastel yellow belly genetic stripe. To be honest with you guys, I don't know what that looks like, but if the odds were on our side, I would think we hit it, but we'll take a look at these babies just quick. These are huge, by the way. Absolutely huge. So this right here is a genetic stripe, or a genetic stripe yellow belly. To be honest with you guys, I don't know. I don't really see too much of a difference when it comes to the yellow belly genetic stripe and the regular genetic stripe. Like, our female, that is the yellow belly genetic stripe, pretty much looks like this. So I don't know if this right here is a yellow belly genetic stripe, but I just want to give you guys a look at how big these babies came out. And by the way, every single one of these pipped on their own and came out of the egg on their own. I haven't been here as often lately just because I finally got a job as an electrician. So because of this, I'm only able to come here on the weekends basically. So when I came in today, this whole gang was out of the egg. So these guys are pretty nice looking babies, nice and big. So we got one of those, whatever that is. We got another one. Actually, this one is the beast, I think, of the clutch. This one's even bigger than the last one I just showed you. But very, very fat babies. And what's interesting is that mom is just a beast. She is, believe it or not, she is only like, I think 2.5 years old. And she's our heaviest female. So it's almost no surprise that these babies are monsters. That there. And now we'll go on to the pastel stuff, and these guys are squirming around a lot. They probably can't wait to get out of here. Who knows how long they've been in this bin. They were all completely out of the egg when I came in this morning. This one's really squirming around here. I'm pretty sure this is the pastel yellow belly, if I had to bet. Yeah. Actually, there's no arguing that. This is definitely your pastel yellow belly genetic stripe. It's crazy, eh? That snake actually looks a lot like our pastel super stripes that I showed you guys earlier. It's almost the same deal. It's a little bit less faded than the pastel super stripe, but you can see, I mean, that's clearly yellow belly. The flames are just insane going down the sides. They're all really squirmy though. They, like I said, who knows how long they've been out of the eggs. They just all really want to get out. But I mean, oof, that one is a looker, eh? And this one right here, I guess would be a... I guess this would also be a pastel yellow belly genetic stripe. They're really nice looking, man. Genetic stripe is probably one of the more underrated recessives. You know, we weren't... this wasn't a hugely anticipated clutch, but I'm really impressed with the size of these animals. I mean, look at that. They're huge. These are the biggest ball pythons we've ever hatched out. This is the one I think we just looked at. Yeah, that's the one that's definitely no question. And here you are. These guys are all a pain. Sometimes I feel bad for you guys watching my videos. It's like watching that movie Cloverfield. Is that what it was called? With the shaky camera? Yeah. I mean, you guys could just see these guys are really cool. Again, everybody knows I'm a huge fan of yellow and black. That's my jam. This one here looks like it might be more of just a pastel genetic stripe. This one as well. But yeah, not too sure on what we got here. But like I said, we hit at least a couple of those pastel yellow belly genetic stripes. Nice looking clutch. And these babies are really big, so I kind of have like my doubts about them eating too soon. Generally, when their bellies are full of that yolk, it takes like a little bit for them to fully digest it. So they may not be hungry for a couple of weeks. It would be really cool to at least get a couple of these guys eating before the CRBE so we could maybe bring one or two down, but this one is really nice. God damn. Alright, so let's take a look at those other animals that also hatched out this week. So, it's funny, I just realized, you know, I try to make everything a surprise, but really, if you just scroll down and you look at the tags on the video, you know what you're about to see right here. So, anyways, I still think it's pretty cool. I think you guys are going to like them. And that would be a leopard gecko. While that is a cool leopard gecko, that's not what I want to show you guys right now. Here we go. Colubrids. Crapping all over the place. Lovely. So, for those of you who don't know what this is a cave-dwelling rat snake. Well, it's actually two of them. So, our clutches finally hatched of these, and these guys are absolute savages. And looks like I'm gonna have to clean this bin out. You know, a lot of you usually ask me what this substrate is. It's diamond dry. It works really good for pythons and not so good for colubrids. Colubrids' metabolisms are a bit too fast for diamond dry to be effective, in my opinion. Just because colubrids, they crap a lot. And diamond dry is great for spot cleaning, but when you have a snake that, you know, craps like 3 times a week, it's just not worth it because this stuff is pretty expensive. And you can see this guy is already getting really offended. And there you go. There's the mouth gape. These guys are just so cool. I mean, I like ball pythons as much as the next person, but these things are just nuts. Going into a shed. And these guys are quite big. They're way bigger than the rhino rat snakes, obviously. but they're even bigger than those king snakes we hatched out earlier this year. And I'll just put these two away and we'll look at some of the others. Hopefully they don't dart off. These guys are pretty fast. But luckily for me, they like to posture more than they like to run away. And oh, these two are right at the front. Yeah. You can see both of those two are in blue. They're going to shed pretty soon. And we'll be separating everybody because a lot of our corn snakes are going to be going to some of our stores, the king snakes as well. So we'll have room to give the cave-dwelling rat snakes a bin to themselves. These are really cool. Don't know how many people are producing these in Canada. Two more right there, front of the bin. And I don't know if you guys are paying attention too much to their bodies, but they have nice girth to them. These babies are nice and fat. They look extremely healthy, and they were ready to bite me right out of the egg. So I don't think getting these guys to feed will be too tough. And these are two that came out a little bit more recently. You can see they're angry little babies, but typically all the species that are a little bit more defensive are a little bit easier to get started feeding because it's really easy to entice them to strike. So you just gotta hope they like the taste of what you're feeding them and that they hold on and eat. Really nice looking animals. And these guys, I mean, go back in my videos and look at the adults. They're just exceptional animals. They're really impressive to see a colubrid of that size and, you know, this color. It's really cool, in my opinion, how the body changes color a couple times as you go from the head down to the tail. The head, well, they'll change color a little bit, but right now these babies are mostly olive green color. But as they mature, they keep the nice blue heads. Then it's like an olive green yellow color on their neck, and it slowly starts to get darker and darker towards the tail. It fades kind of like to brown, and then finally black tails with that cool stripe going down the back. They're super easy to keep too, as are most beauty snakes. They're basically eating machines, these guys. At least once they're established. But again, I've never heard of people really having too many problems trying to get cave-dwelling rat snakes to feed. So I don't think we'll have much of an issue. There you go. This one will give us a show. Gotta love that tail twitching. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful snake. Cave dwellings are easily my favorite rat snake. Nothing compares. And I've seen, well, I've worked with Vietnamese blue and the Taiwan. That's the more yellow one. And that was the last one to hatch right there. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 16 babies. So we did pretty good. Not 100% hatch rate. Unfortunately, we had 3 babies die in the egg, but we're still super happy with what we got. That's the video, guys. Please follow us on Facebook, or like us on Facebook, I should say. Follow us on Instagram, Safari Reptiles, for both handles on Facebook and Instagram. Thanks, guys, and take care. And if you're Canadian and you're looking for something specific at the Reptile Expo, send us a message on Facebook. Even if we don't have it right now, we're always able to get stuff pretty easily. So with that, take care, guys, and have a good day.